The lightweight merino wool sweater, in my opinion, is one of the most perfect shirts out there for guys that every dude needs, right? Because of its sheer versatility, right? You could dress it down with a pair of badass denim, or you could dress it up. And that today is what I want to do. I want to go over some of my favorite ways to dress up sweaters. I'm going to give you some examples that you should steal if you want to look amazing. I'm also going to go over some basic sweater wearing do's and don'ts so that you always look amazing. And real quick, guys, just because I know you're gonna ask, this sweater comes from Collars & Co. Yes, the same people that make the perfect polo. They also make incredibly badass sweaters, right? They've got a huge selection, a ton of different colors, whether or not you want a V-neck, you want a crew neck, or quarter zip sweaters. Check this out, right? They've got a huge selection of quarter zips. I love this one because it's black. It's also got that cream color around the zipper, right? Clean, sexy. Look at the fit. It's perfect. Guys, they also have full zips. They have a lot more than just polo shirts, but the polos, in my opinion, are a must-have for every guy. I'm going to talk a little bit later in the video about polos because one of the easiest ways to dress up a sweater is to layer it over top of a polo, but not every polo shirt is able to be dressed up, right? You got to make sure the collar is tight and sexy. Anyway, guys, if you want to check out Collars & Co., they've got button-ups, they got slacks, they got outerwear. Actually, let me show you this jacket. How sick is this? It's kind of like a puffer vest looking, but then it's got the knitted sleeves. It is just clean, sexy, and that's the thing, guys. The quality is next level when it comes to their clothing. If you haven't checked them out, I've got a special discount link down below. There's also a special code. If you use it, you're going to get a super amazing discount at checkout. Guys, bottom line is this. If you're ready to upgrade your wardrobe, Collars & Co. has you covered. First up, let's talk about the different types and styles of sweaters and then the do's and don'ts and how to properly dress it up. And remember, at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite ways to rock sweaters in order to dress them up and get those spicy senoritas to be like, oh my God, you're so damn sexy, because you are. Now, first up, we got to talk about the style of sweaters. You've got a few to choose from. You've got the Cardigan, aka Mr. Rogers, but those are actually super popular right now and sexy. We're going to talk about how to dress that up a little bit later, all right? You also have pullovers. Pullover sweaters have a bunch of different options, right? You've got everything from the mock neck with a few buttons, kind of like a Henley. You've got a pullover that has a crew neck, a V-neck like the one I'm wearing. You also have the quarter zip. You also have the turtleneck. Just like cardigans, gentlemen, turtlenecks are like crazy in style and amazing, all right? And I'm going to show you a way to rock it that'll blow yours and everybody else around you's mind because it's so damn sexy a little bit later in this video, right? You also have full zips. All right, the full zips are going to be almost like an outerwear item that you're definitely going to want to layer something underneath, but you also have quarter zips if I didn't mention that as well. All right, now, the next thing we got to talk about is the fabric. All right, you've got cotton, which is typically going to be a little bit more casual. You've got a cable knit, which is going to be a little bit heavier, a little bit chunkier, which is also going to be casual. And then you've got merino wool. Merino wool is going to be a lighter weight fabric. It's going to be soft. It's going to be supple. And these, in my opinion, are the best sweaters to dress up. And the cool thing is that you can find them not only in pullovers, crew neck, V-neck, but you also can go with turtlenecks, and they also have cardigans that are made out of merino wool. Merino wool sweaters, in my opinion, are the best for dressing up because it's a more elevated aesthetic. It's also not going to be too bulky, all right? Some of the heavier fabrics do get a little bit bulky. They look great with jeans, but when it comes to like layering them underneath of a suit or pairing them with a polo and a pair of slacks, it might be a little bit too much, all right? Something else that's too much is fuzz. Never have a fuzzy sweater. Never wear a sweater with fuzz or balls on it, all right? That's just a general rule. If your sweater's fuzzy or it has balls, shave that shit off. You can literally like manscape your sweater and like shave off the fuzz by buying one of those sweater safe fuzz shavers that they find on Amazon, right? They're incredibly effective. Something else that's effective is a lint roller. Lint rollers are a must for every stylish man, right? But if you're rocking sweaters, you also need one because they're literally like little Velcro magnets for cat hair, for dog hair, for any type of like hair to stick to, and it definitely doesn't look good if you've got crap stuck to your sweater. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is fit. All right, so a big trend is the oversized sweaters, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad style, but if you're somebody that wants to elevate and dress up a sweater, you really should have it fit you properly, all right? What is properly? Like this, right? You want to make sure it's not too big, it's not too loose, it's not too baggy, it's not too oversized. Fit. It all boils down to fit. If you're trying to dress up and elevate that sweater, you got to make sure it's fitting you properly. But if you want to go with a more casual look, a casual cardigan, a casual oversized pullover, it's fine and you still look cool, but it's definitely a more casual option. In terms of the collar of that sweater, gentlemen, Let's talk about that next, all right? So in my opinion, V-necks are the most practical when it comes to dressing up. All right, if you want to wear anything underneath, whether or not it's a collared shirt or a polo, the V-neck is going to look a lot more aesthetic, in my opinion, than a crew neck. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't dress up a crew neck, all right, with a great jacket or by wearing something underneath it. But in my opinion, the V is a little bit extra sexy because not only is it drawing the eye down, making your shoulders appear more broad, it's going to make your chin and your jaw look stronger and more structured. It also allows for you to show a little bit of upper chest, which is also sexy. Which brings me to the last tip before we get to these sexy ass outfits that you are going to love and want to steal. Anyway, and that is what to wear underneath of a sweater to dress it up, right? Now, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a cardigan, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a sweater like this. In my opinion, what you should be looking for is something with a very rigid collar, whether or not it's a dress shirt or a collars and co polo, all right? If you're going with a polo and it's got a standard polo collar, which is floppy, you're literally going to look like a mess because those collars do not work underneath of a sweater. They also aren't able to be dressed up. You got to make sure that the polo collar is rigid and structured and not all flopping and looking all whack, right? And that's why I love collars and co polos so much, all right? This one actually is a button-down collar, which I think is sexy, but they also have 3 other collars for you to choose from. They've got the semi-spread, they've got the cutaway, and they've got the English spread, all right? This navy blue polo I absolutely love, but one of my all-time favorites is the black button-down collars and co polo, all right? I feel like James Bond every time I wear this shirt. You need it in your wardrobe. Hit the link down below, use my discount code, upgrade your wardrobe. Now, let's dress up some sweaters. Outfit number 1. Every time I pair a lightweight turtleneck with a suit, I automatically am the best dressed dude in any room because this outfit is amazing. A lot of guys steer away from turtlenecks, but I'm telling you, if you want to elevate your aesthetic, guys, and automatically be drop dead sexy, combine it with the suit. If you want to lose the jacket, throw on the turtleneck cable knit sweater, right? Pair it with a great pair of slacks. Gentlemen, killing it. Here's the deal, right? The cable knit sweaters are able to be dressed up, right? You just got to make sure that when you're doing it, you're putting it with something that is a little bit more elevated, all right? So if you want to go cable knit with a pair of dark wash denim, do it, but maybe instead of wearing sneakers, throw on a pair of loafers to look awesome. Cardigan time, gentlemen. Now, this isn't your daddy's cardigan. It's also not Mr. Rogers' big, bulky cardigan. This is clean, sexy perfection. I paired it with a pair of brown loafers and kind of went with a gray monochromatic look, right? I went with the gray slacks, I went with the gray cardigan, merino wool, and then the collars and co polo underneath it. Now, if I wanted to change it up, I could simply toss on a charcoal V-neck sweater instead of the cardigan, right? Monochromatic, sexy perfection. Now, if I want to go a little dark, mysterious, and did I mention sexy? Right? Check it out. The perfect casual, not so casual, little bit dressy date outfit, right? I went with a simple pair of dark wash denim, not a lot of distressing, the clean merino wool V-neck sweater. It's sexy, it fits me properly because it's collars and co. It makes my shoulders appear broad because of the V-neck, right? And then I paired it with a simple pair of black loafers, right? This outfit is understated, but when everything works together and it fits you properly, it automatically puts you above everyone else. And since I'm showing you like sexy outfit ideas, right? How about this one, right? You got a hot date, picture it. She's like, oh my gosh, I wonder what he's going to be wearing. And then you show up, bang, you're rocking black loafers, dark wash jeans, a sexy ass button-up shirt from Collars & Co. Cup the sleeves to expose the forearm, gentlemen. Game over. I would say panties dropping, but I think I'll probably get canceled for saying that, but you get the idea. Guys, bottom line is this. Sweaters are amazing, but all sweaters were not created equal. Some were created to make you look like Mr. Rogers, and others were created to make you look like a sexy style ninja. Who's your daddy?